Right, let's go to our sports panel this morning. The Herald's sports journalists Cam McMillan and Alex Powell are here for 2026. Good morning, lads.
Morning, right?
Yeah, we're back.
You're back.
Survived the review.
Yeah.
Like someone we know.
unlike poor old Razor. Yeah. Now, none of you told me last year that this was going to happen over summer, and I want to know why not, Cam.
There have been whisperings. Well, Gregor Paul had told me that he thought maybe David Kirk might come in and just do it. So, yeah, it's a big call. But as Kirk said, it was all about trajectory, which is a hard word to say. But no, they were tracking all right. I mean, a few things that worked for Razor is that he did bring in some young players. Wallace Satiti, Breakthrough Player of the Year. Fabian Holland, Breakthrough Player of the Year.
True.
You could argue some of the senior players probably didn't perform over the last few years. But the big worrying concern was after halftime, third quarter stats, the All Blacks were woeful. Was that because the halftime message was not getting across? Do you put that on the coach or the players? Obviously, the players have had a say in this review, and it was huge, obviously. They've made the decision. And big call, 2 years out from the World Cup. Now the search is on. Well, is it really? Because we don't know anything whether they're looking for a coach or not.
No, a very scant on detail. Alex, the media has crowned Jamie Joseph, but is that necessarily a foregone conclusion?
It's really weird to think about because you think the last two times they've appointed an All Blacks coach, 2019 and 2023, they've gone into it more or less knowing who they wanted as the coach. Now, New Zealand Rugby is a completely different organisation now, where different board, different chair, there will be a different CEO. But you do sort of get that feeling that it is Jamie Joseph, and they might be making the same mistake again. But in saying that, David Kirk did say they wanted to open up the process as much as they can. There are so many proper coaches overseas now. But they also might be in a position where they've spent so much money sacking coaches over the last few years that to get a guy like Jamie Joseph, who's already in their system, might actually tick more boxes along that line.
And would he keep doing the Highlanders and then for Super Rugby and then switch over?
Potentially, because the Australian coach, Les Kiss, he's coaching the Reds this season for Super Rugby. So Joe Schmidt is kind of helping him out until the international seasons. So Joseph could do it. And obviously Super Rugby, he'll be watching all the players anyway. So could be coaching the Highlanders and thinking, oh, that guy, I might pick him for the All Blacks. So, yeah, it's definitely doable.
Let's go to cricket, T20 and the Blackcaps in India. Not a great, in fact, terrible result overnight. But what does this worry you for the World Cup next month?
It would worry me if they're going to play India in a final or a semi-final. India are amazing. I think this is their 9th series win. But Abhishek Sharma, 12 ball, 14 ball, 50, just smashed them, winning with 10 overs to go in a T20 that's about as smashing as you can get.
Yeah.
But India's a huge thing.
I think the thing you need to worry about with cricket now is because there are so many tournaments, there's one every year until 2031 and the other, that bilateral cricket doesn't actually mean anything. We saw the Blackcaps last week win a series in India for the first time, and we're not talking about it now because they have moved on so quickly. So with the World Cup next month, if they're to go there and do well, we won't be talking about getting smashed 3-0 with 2 to play.
No, true.
And they don't have their full squad. Finn Allen's going to return.
Right.
Finn Allen, Jimmy Neesham, Lockie Ferguson's just flown in from Bangladesh. So it's not really fair to say, panic stations for the World Cup at the moment.
Can I just say there is too much cricket?
Yeah.
Honestly, how much can one person take?
As the bloke who covers it for a job, I agree with you.
Are they not exhausted?
They are. And we're seeing the sort of club country split. We're seeing more guys say, actually, I've had enough playing for my country. I'm just going to fly around the world playing leagues, making way more money.
Right. Well, they have to do something about that, won't they? Chris Wood, is he out of the World Cup?
We don't know.
Yeah.
So one English site has reported it. Promisingly, New Zealand Football and Nottingham Forest, his club, haven't said that. Yeah. But that would be such a big loss. He's already out. He's just had surgery over the holiday break. But whether or not he's had a setback, we don't know. That would be a disaster if he's out for the World Cup. It's so hard to score goals at that level, and Chris Wood can do it. He's going to finish his career as New Zealand's all-time leading scorer.
Hard to do without a knee.
Yeah, my concern is that this report from one news agency in England was 2 days ago, and we haven't heard anything from Chris Wood or Nottingham Forest. So, yeah, Chris, if you're watching, post something on Instagram to say.
It does feel like it feels like a very easy. That's not true. If it's not true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it might not be true. Knee might be fine. Have you guys rung him? Tried to?
Oh,
Do you have his number?
Yeah,
No, I don't
Feel
have
free
his
to pass it on.
But that's your job.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to an update from you guys later on today. Appreciate you being with us this morning. That is Cam McMillan and Alex Powell from the Herald with our sports panel for your Monday morning. Coming up.